John is afraid of the rug, let's be honest.
I'm terrified of the rug.
Rugophobia.
That
And then,
more like smotherophobia.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Oh geez.
Oh,
Now that's
geez.
Midwestern right
Gee
there.
whiz.
Oh sure. Yeah, but that's tough.
Take my soda pop.
We just call it pop. Nice try.
Okay, nice try.
Welcome to Things in the Ice, a competitive EDH channel, where this week we try to find out if any of our cards are good. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm John. That's right, we've got a very special episode for you today, featuring the hosts of the podcast That's a Good Card, Ya and Kyle.
Our podcast is called That's a Good Card. Hopefully we'll link the link tree in the description down below, where you can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. So check us out. We basically review fringe cEDH cards every week that we think should be played more in the meta. We'll talk about the good things about the cards, the bad things about the cards, and have fun while doing it. So thank you so much for having us on.
This is going to be a super spicy game. The boys from That's a Good Card brought some just absolute heat. Ya's on Will and Lucas, and this is a completely different list than you normally see. This is a Reanimator Graveyard kind of base list that's right up my alley.
And Kyle is playing Korvald, the Fey Curse King, a Lands Matter deck.
Yeah, he can curse me anytime.
Oh yes, Daddy, please.
Let's get to it. Welcome back. We got a little something special for you. The boys from That's a Good Card. Let's find out if they have any good cards today and check out these hands.
Yeah, baby. Does anybody? What was that?
Ooh, no, I don't have one. I was going to say let's rock and roll.
Oh, no. How dare you? I was going to ask if there are any pregame actions.
Nope.
Nope, we're good.
Good for me as well.
I am going first, so I will draw my card.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, darn it.
I warned you about him.
I was warned.
I tried.
Okay, I will take my game actions. I will draw a magic card, and hopefully it's a better card. Oh my gosh, you're never punished. I'm going to play a Mana Confluence.
The best one, too.
I'm going to tap it, go down to 39 life.
Sure.
And play a fish. Super more.
Ooh. Stanky fish.
Misstep that man.
Yeah, Jeremy, do it.
If I had that option, I would be at 38 right now, but I will pass priority.
Yeah, it's good with me.
I love it. It's beautiful.
If it's good with you guys, I'm going to pass the turn. 3 cards in hand.
All right. Well, that's not a bad hand to keep then, and getting the fish out
backed?
turn 1.
Fish backed? We're not feeding it, right, guys?
I'm gonna lie to you right now and say no, I'm not feeding it.
Wink, wink.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this Bloodstain Mire land for turn. I'm gonna crack it, going down to 39.
Sure.
Off of the Bloodstain Mire, I got this. Oh, it fell over.
Another trap card.
I got this Underground Sea. You've activated my trap. I'm just a little fish food. Soaring.
Okay. Ooh, would you like to trigger?
Oh, you go right ahead.
I'm gonna draw.
And that's it. I promise. That's it. I could tap that, but I won't, and I'll pass.
All right, cool. I'll draw a card. That's an interesting one. I will go ahead and lay down this stomping ground. I'll shock it in, lose 2 life. Go to 38.
Wow.
Wow. I'll
Wow.
tap this stomping ground
Thought he
for our
was-
good friend, the Orcish Lumberjack.
Oh,
Mm, that's a lot of mana.
Responses? I'll go ahead and pass the turn there. 5 cards in hand. Notably not feeding the fish.
untap, upkeep, and draw. Yeah, no. Notably not feeding the fish. Is duly noted. I'll play a Scalding Tarn as my land for turn. I'll crack it going down to 39. Off of the Scalding Tarn, I got this Underground Sea, and as a favor to one of our guests, I will pass the turn.
Oh,
Wow,
one of our
that's
guests.
so
Only
nice
one.
of
I
you.
see. I
That's
see who
so
the
nice
favorite
of
is.
Yeah.
Untap, upkeep. I'll feed my fish. I'll go down to 38.
Yep.
And draw a card. We're gonna play a tapped under city sewer. Surveil trigger.
Hail trigger.
Off the surveil trigger, I will dump a brain freeze.
Seems pretty good.
The plot thickens.
And then I will pass the turn. I'll put a counter on my fish.
Thank you for obeying the rules of Magic.
We appreciate. I will untap, I will upkeep, and then I draw. I will play an exotic orchard. Tap
Lovely.
it. And windmill slam Italian. Oh, ho, ho.
Here's now where I will respond. Don't worry, Jeremy. You're gonna have your
Oh,
Italian.
the
It's
strict
fine.
serenade?
No. He's gonna
Dang.
have his Italian. I would
I
love
see.
to have interaction for anything that's happening on the board. I'm going to feed the fish at one point, so I might as well feed the fish and
Not get
Probably-
hurt.
not get
That's
hurt by the
okay.
Italian.
You don't have to.
Y'all
you
already
don't have
has
to defend
infinite
yourself.
cards. He already
No,
has infinite
no.
cards.
I do have to defend myself
You don't have to
from
defend yourself.
from myself. I will cast Vampiric Tutor, not paying for the fish.
Thank you. I will draw.
Great. So I got this card off of Vampiric Tutor, and I will lose 2 life, going down to 37. All right, no further response to Talion. Yeah, it's on
I'm
you.
good on Italian.
Cool.
Yay!
Italian.
It's gonna be 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good choice.
Yeah. It usually
Yeah.
is, especially after the bans. It's been good. But after that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you, Kyle.
Okay. I will untap. I will go through my upkeep. And then I will draw a card. Let's play the chill game. I'll play a City of Traders as my land for turn.
Oh, chill.
It's super chill.
Super chill and cool. And then I'll tap City of Traders and the Stomping Ground for a 6.
Oh,
Oh, I love that card so much. Partially because every time I see it, I'm like, they forgot to put a name on that card. It's so small.
right. It doesn't even seem like there's text on it.
If that's good, I'll go ahead and pass the turn with 4 cards in hand.
Wonderful. Untap, upkeep, and draw. All right. Let's get to feeding. I'll play a
Oh, no.
I'll play a
Yeah,
Morphic Pool as my land for turn. And and Jeremy, this is for you guys. I'm gonna cast Mana Vault.
Mhm.
Obviously not paying for Mystic Remora. I'll lose 2 life going down to 35 off Italian.
I shall.
Italian draws first,
Thank
Yep.
you.
and then I will draw.
Yep.
After that, I will pay 3 and have 1 floating and cast a Rhystic Study, not paying for the Mystic Remora.
Oh,
I
we're going into
will
this kind of
draw.
game.
Mhm.
Awesome. I will relax just a little bit now. This mana will go away and I'll pass it turn.
Everybody's
Okie doke.
chilling and drawing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna untap. Upkeep. Is this enough?
You're enough. I'll let you know that right now.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You're welcome.
I kind of feel like I keep this around one more turn.
I think so. I think we're
Mhm.
I keep
settling
it
into
around.
the long
I
game.
will tap my mana confidence and go down to 37 to pay for fish, and then go on to my draw step. Draw card. We will play a command tower. I think I vibe right here. I have 7 cards in hand. I will pass.
Love it. I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw. We will pay 2 life to shock in a watery grave.
Yep.
We are going down to 37. I am going to tap for 3 and play my little friend, my magic carpet.
Ooh, Rug of Smothering. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Triggeristic study.
Go ahead on Ristic Study.
Great.
Ooh,
I
not
will
paying. Wow.
draw.
Mhm. After that,
I'm good on it.
if everyone is good on it, I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, 7 cards in hand. John, how many cards in hand?
I've got 2 in hand.
2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and take 3 for me if you could.
3 commander.
Kablowy.
Fantastic.
Down to
Pass.
34.
After that, I will pass my turn.
Okay, and I'll go to my untap. I will go through my upkeep. And I will draw a card. Interesting draw.
Hmm.
I will. Yeah,
It's
I
always-
think the best move is to move to combat. Almost
Aha.
combat.
Mm-hmm.
I will send 6 at Ya as well, since he has a huge grip of cards. I'll have a 6 attack trigger. Any response to the trigger?
Nope.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna mill 3 cards. I will mill a Raucous Theater,
Mm.
a Summer Bloom, and a Wooded Foothills.
Oh.
I can bring one of these lands back to my hand. I will choose to bring the Wooded Foothills back to my hand. Any blocks? Yeah.
What's the damage?
take
again?
2.
I'm sorry. 2. Yeah, I take 2. Go
It
down to
sounds like
30.
6, but it's really just 2.
Yeah. 6 at Ya for 2.
There you go. Wonderful. Okay. Move to my second main phase. I'll float this to colorless.
Good.
I will go ahead and play the Wooded Foothills. Sack trigger. I will sacrifice this City of Traders.
Yep.
I'm gonna attempt to search with my Wooded Foothills, cracking it. Am I good to search?
Yes.
Good for me.
Okay, I'm gonna go search.
So Kyle, I'll let you in on a little bit of regional information. Every time you say interesting, us as Minnesotans, if someone in Minnesota says interesting, it means they don't like what you just said and they're judging you.
100%.
Wait, really?
So funny.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that's fascinating.
So
Sorry.
That's
they'll-
how I assume he said what he means when he says that.
right. So like I genuinely, when you draw your card, I'm like, I've got to assume because he's not Midwestern, that means it's actually the definition.
Interesting.
Yes, the
No, it
definition
is.
of the
Yeah,
word.
I'm definitely saying it in a very real sense that it was a very interesting card to draw.
Great.
Yeah.
And not wow, this fucking card decided
No,
to show up.
So I fetched for this Bayou here.
Great.
I'll tap my Stomping Grounds. I'll play a Birds of Paradise, also known as an African Swallow.
Ooh.
Ooh, trigger
Okay.
heuristic study.
I will pay for the Ristic Study with my floating mana.
Trigger Rug of Smothering.
I will lose 1 life, right?
Yes. Thank you.
I've got nothing for that bird.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Also, Italian.
Good on
trigger.
bird. Oh, yep, Italian trigger.
You have Italian trigger. I will respond.
Ooh.
I'll cast an Orcish Bowmaster with my floating in this block.
I
Ooh.
love it.
Trigger heuristic study, trigger Italian, trigger rug of smothering.
Yes, correct. I
Yeah.
will. You can draw. You may draw.
Okay.
So let's resolve this Rug of Smothering first. So I'll lose 2 life.
Great. And then the Italian trigger.
I drew my card.
All right, so I'm good to draw from mystic.
You can draw from your heuristic study, correct?
Great. I have drawn. Now we're back on Orcish Bowmaster. I've got no responses.
No response.
No response.
Okay, I will use this wonderful Things in the Ice army token.
Oh,
My first
beautiful.
target will be at Jeremy's face.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yes,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm down
Rightfully
to
so.
36.
Cool. Back to your original Italian trigger on my African Swallow.
Fantastic. I will go ahead and take that draw.
And I'll
you
lose
will-
2. And I'll have an Orcish Bowmaster ping. I will ping you again in the
Yeah.
face.
No longer 30 sexy. It was 35.
With that, I will pass the turn. 3 cards in hand.
Untap upkeep, and then I'll draw and lose a life from Mana Vault, going down to 34. I will shock in a Hollowed Fountain, going down to 32. All I will do after shocking in that Hollowed Fountain is just pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. I will let fish die.
John is afraid of the
Adios.
rug, let's be honest.
I'm terrified of the rug.
Rugophobia.
That
And then,
more like smotherophobia.
I'll drop it. Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Oh, geez. Now that's
geez.
Midwestern right
Gee
there.
whiz.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but
I'm
that's
gonna
top.
take my soda pop.
We just call it pop. Nice try.
Okay, nice try.
Scrub that. I'm from the West Coast.
Imposter.
Yeah,
Scrub it up.
scrub it up.
A Lotho.
Ooh.
That's not going to survive very long.
So we've got several triggers: Italian, Rug of Smothering, and Ristic Study.
Yeah, I will take 2 from Italian, going down to 30.
I'll have an
Well,
Orcish
actually, I guess
Bowmaster ping.
technically, hold on, let's
Yeah,
actually do this right.
So,
Yeah,
yes,
100%.
I
Ristic
will not pay for Ristic Study.
Great.
You can-
I will draw a card, and that will trigger.
I have an Orcish Bowmaster. Both of them are going to go at the Rug of Smothering in the hopes that Ya plays another card.
Ooh.
My Orc will tick up to 4.
But the smothering.
But the
I'm
smothering.
I'm very akin to John, and I am
And
afraid
then
of being
I'm
smothered.
taking Italian damage to go down to 30.
Correct.
Excellent. I will draw that
And
card.
you draw.
And that's the extra damage we just
That's
put
the
on
second
Ruggo.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to take 1 more from the Rug of Smothering. Sorry. I'm at 29.
29.
Beautiful.
I'm going to go to 27. Actually, I'm going to go down. I'm going to take a lot more damage.
Oh my god.
We're going to play. Okay, there are going to be several triggers here. We're going to play a Spring Leaf Drum.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have
Yeah.
Ristic trigger,
Italian
And rug
and
trigger.
rug trigger.
I
So
will
Ristic
not
first.
pay for Ristic.
Great. I will draw my card.
Orcish Bowmaster ping targeting the rug.
Goodbye, my
Well,
friend.
yeah, we'll do that the rug. That's
You
fine.
smothered so well.
Okay, now we're on the Rug of Smothering trigger. Yeah, you want
Yes.
to take your damage?
I have taken that, gone down to 25.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll have another ping. I will ping your Lotho.
The Sheriff didn't
Deflection
even.
swap.
Ooh, baby. So trigger
okay.
Ristic Study.
I will pay for this one so
Great.
that you can't draw.
So
that
I can't
he
double.
can't ping again.
So I get double
So
ping.
I will go down to now 24.
Great. All right.
I'm deflecting it to the Orcish Bowmaster.
Sure, it'll shoot itself. It still goes up to 6, but it dies.
And then on top, so deflecting swat will hit the thing, and then Springleaf Drum triggers Lotho, and now is a good point for it too. So I will make a treasure and lose a life, going down to 23.
Yes.
Italian loves this so much.
Oh.
Because Ya's free falling.
I'm definitely free falling. I will vibe here.
Vibing.
I will pass.
Vibing and keeping it tight.
I'm at 10 cards in hand, just to let you all know.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
gonna
you.
upkeep and draw. The problem is none of them are great. I'm going to go ahead and play this Polluted Delta. I will crack it, losing a life, going down to 34.
Hey,
For
Jeremy.
Moody Duty.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I've got a response.
Oh
No way. The
Oh,
oppo from the top
way.
rope.
Nope. I'll pay 2.
Oh, the halfling.
Yes. I'll flash in Archivist of Ogma.
The nicer answer, yeah.
Yes. No,
I wish
just-
I had an Orcish Bowmaster.
I love stopping people when they fetch to cast an Archivist because they're always so scared.
But clenches so hard.
I was
how-
scared for Jeremy.
Wonderful. Jeremy, you may continue with your fetch.
Off of the Polluted Delta, I got this Snow-Covered Island. Woohoo! I'm
Yeah.
gonna tap that with this Soul Ring and cast a Oristic Stade.
Oh,
I hate this.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Jeez.
I'm so sorry. I forgot this before you get your Ristic Study. After you got your island, I'll gain a life, go to 33, and draw a card.
Yes.
Great. Now Ristic Study. That triggers my Ristic Study.
Pay for it.
Does. Yeah.
Pay for it.
I actually 100% will.
Seems irresponsible.
Yeah.
I'm
Tragic.
against this, but I pass on it.
You know, because of your horrible protest there, yeah, I have 3 in the air for you.
That's fair. That's the price you pay when you protest sometimes. You have to just sometimes get punched. I'm taking 3 in the air, going down to 20 and 6 Italian commander damage.
And after that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass my turn. I'm gonna have to go to discard. Does anyone have any responses at my end step?
Nope. Go ahead and clean up.
I'm gonna be a target for discarding this, but I'm gonna go ahead and discard this Manamo and this Cyclonic Rift.
Interesting. All right, let's move to my turn. I will untap. I will move through my upkeep, and I will go to my draw step. I'll draw this card. Let's move to combat first. I'll go to combat. I'm going to send 6 at Ya. And this orc army at... Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I earned it. I earned that. 100%.
On declaration attack, I'll have a 6 trigger. Are we good for me to resolve my 6 trigger?
Please go right ahead.
I will mill 3 cards. I will mill a Summoner's Pact, a Mox Diamond, and a One Ring.
Oh, okay.
Glare's real bad there. I had no land, so I can't return anything back to my hand. Go to Declaration of Blocks.
No blocks.
No blocks for here.
Cool. You'll take 6 and you'll take 2.
I go down
to 18.
I go down to 28.
Cool. I'll move into my second main phase.
I do love that this time there was another creature that was attacking for 6. And
Yeah,
so
there was a 6
6 for 2
and a 6.
and then a 6/6 orc army. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will tap this for a red. I will activate Orcish Lumberjack to sacrifice it, this Stomping Ground, and make 3 green. Let's tap this Bayou for a black. And then I will attempt to cast Corvold with all that mana.
Trigger Ristic Study and trigger other Ristic Study.
You may draw.
There we go. I am up to 8 cards in hand.
I will also draw. And I will have no response to Corvold.
Okay.
Great.
I'll have a Corvold ETB trigger. Any response to the ETB trigger?
Nope.
Oh,
Sacrifice.
I think I eat my big beater, honestly. Everything else is so good. I'm going to
For
eat
sure.
this army.
Yeah.
I'll have a
Makes sense.
Corvold trigger. I will put a 1/1 on him, draw a card.
Yep.
I think I play a land. I'll play this Overgrown Tomb, shock it in, lose 2 life. I'll tap this Swallow and this Overgrown Tomb for a Squandered Resources.
Ooh. Trigger both the Ristic Studies.
And
You
the
may
Lurk,
draw.
though, for the second
You
draw,
may
for second
treasure.
cast. I lose a life, go down to 17.
Yep.
We're on a full free fall.
Yep.
fantastic. I'm going to draw my card.
Samesies.
Priority at John.
Yeah, and sorry, remind me what Squandered Resources
Squandered
does again.
Resources is an enchantment, 2-cost enchantment. It says it's an activated ability. It says I can sacrifice a land, and then I add mana to your mana pool. 1 mana of any type that sacrifices land could produce. Play this ability as a mana source. So it'll allow me to sacrifice a land to gain a mana of whatever type of the land I'm sacrificing.
Why
Yeah,
have I not
great-
seen that before?
great,
That is really cool.
Yeah,
It's a
great for
cEDH
Corvold.
staple.
It's
Yeah.
it's a high risk, high reward type of card. My kind of thing.
I have no response. I love it. It's great.
I pass on it.
I'll pass.
Oh boy.
I have a Squandered Resources. I'm going to cast a Lion's Eye Diamond.
Great. 2 Ristic
Oh.
triggers.
Draw away.
Wonderful.
I will do something crazy, because why not?
Ooh.
No, I'm going to pass.
Aw.
That'd be
Oh.
crazy.
Crack.
Y'all
I totally
have
thought you were gonna
y'all
crack.
no, I was like I could just like crack Lion's Eye Diamond, go fishing, but y'all have like 80 cards in hand. Even if I find something, it gets stuffed. So I'm gonna pass.
Control decks, yeah.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. When I draw, I will lose a life going down to 32 thanks to my mana vault. 2 black, not 2 blue. 2 black. And cast Dothy Voidwalker. I will pay for Ristic Study.
Oh, you even pay for Ristic Study. That hurts even more.
Yeah. Any responses?
I think I have to do this now. Oh,
I think everybody has to do things now.
boy.
Forcing the issue.
Yep.
I'm going to tap Lotho to make a black. I will play an Entomb. Trigger everything. I'm gonna take trigger everything. Can't pay for anything.
Yeah.
Great. So first, I will draw, and yep, Jeremy.
Then I will draw, and you will take 2, and then I will draw again.
I'm at 15.
I'm at 12 cards in hand.
Okay, and off of Entomb, I will put into my graveyard an Abdel.
Abdel.
Archivist trigger?
Yes. Well, now that you're done searching Archivist triggers, I will go to 33 and draw a card. All right. Dothy Voidwalker back in the stack. Any further responses?
Trying.
Yeah. Pass priority.
Great. Dothy enters, and we've got a Dothy. I will shock in this watery grave, going down to 31, and then I will pay a blue and cast a Mystic Remora.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
So that'll trigger Lotho, Talion, and Ristic Study. I am not paying for Ristic Study, so you can go ahead and draw.
This game, I'm so sorry. I wish you still had your Orcus Bowmasters at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah,
crying.
wow.
I will lose 2, going down to 29.
I will lose 1, go down to 14, and make my Lotho treasure.
Great.
Off your second cast.
Wonderful. And any responses to Mystic Remora?
Got a fish.
Nope, you have a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I gotta go to discard, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will discard. If we're good. No one's doing anything on my end step.
We're good.
We're good.
Go clean up.
Discarding a Godless Shrine.
Okay.
Like I hate you.
I will go to my turn. I will untap. Upkeep. Nothing triggers. I will draw. I'll play an Exotic Orchid for my land drop. Let's start with really hurting myself. Let's go with a Well the Wise.
All right.
So
That's got
trigger
1 power.
Italian. Yeah, yeah. 1 power. Trigger all of the things.
Great. So my Ristic Study first. Am I good to draw?
100%.
Great. I have drawn.
I will draw for my 2. You lose 2 life.
Yep. Down to 12. Well triggers. Do you all want to make a clue with me?
And what's the other option?
Oh.
You lose a life.
All I have to do is lose a
One
life
life.
to prevent you from getting a clue.
Yep.
Yeah.
An extra. I make X plus 1. So I'll make at least 1.
For sure. I don't know about you guys, but I'm comfortable to lose a life because I know that I'm pretty sure Time Civ is in this deck. I believe this is shit can go wild with lots of clues. So
Yeah. No, I'm paying the 1. I'm not at 12 life, so I'm
Sure.
good.
Since everybody else is, I will lose a life.
Okay, I will make my 1 clue though. I will tap Will to make a black.
Yep.
And then I'll tap this for another black and cast a Diabolic Intent. As a part of the cost, I will sacrifice Will, which will have another trigger. So as a Will leaves, you all again have a choice to make a clue or lose a life.
On the cast, we're gonna have Ristic, Mystic,
Yes. Ristic,
and then
Mystic,
Talion.
no Talion.
No Italian.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
sorry, just
No
Mystic.
Talion. Draw.
great. I will draw 2 cards.
I drew 1.
And then back on, and then
Now you're
on the
Lotho.
cast, I have a Lothar trigger. I will go down to 11 life, and I make a 4th treasure.
I feel so bad. You're a guest.
Don't feel bad.
No,
Such a nice person.
You gotta do it.
I'm gonna cast this Dark Ritual.
Ooh.
Triggers.
Trigger Mystic Remora, trigger Ristic Study.
Both are good. Go ahead.
Great. I will draw twice and have no current response to Dark Ritual.
Are you sure you don't want to respond?
Me?
I don't know if we want to let him. I don't know if we want,
Hey.
because we're going into Jeremy's turn. I don't know if we want Jeremy to be able to cast opposition agent here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Because we know, unless you're able to stop opposition agent, I think you should. This is a interaction point.
I won't be able to. Well, not
that
with
makes
what I have
sense.
in
Okay.
hand.
I'm not casting Oppo agent.
Yeah.
Okay. you know, Kyle,
This is an interaction point. Unless you can stop Oppo, this is an interaction
Kyle,
point.
I appreciate that heads up move. I will respond then. Exile one of my favorite guys to Fairy. And I'll cast Force of Negation targeting the Dark Ritual. I cannot pay for Rhystic Study.
All right, I will take the Rhystic Study draw first.
Horrible game.
I know,
It's a good
right?
game. It's a great game. I love this game, but it's also a horrible game.
It's
So this is a mid-range
100%
hell zone. Yeah.
hell zone. Yeah, this is hell. We are gonna show you a Fierce Guardianship on top of that.
Double
Great.
triggers.
Couple triggers. There's also a Lothar trigger, I think.
Yes. So that will resolve first.
I will go to 10 life and make my treasure.
Great. Jeremy, I've got Rhystic and Mystic.
You can do both.
I can do both. Great. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I must pass. Unfortunately, I must pass.
I will respond then, I guess. I will crack 2 treasures. Go on 3 treasures to try to crack a clue and draw a card.
I love desperation clues.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
It's good with me.
I draw a card. Like to respond again to the stack. I'll crack 2 more clues or 2 more treasures and crack a clue.
Yep.
Yes.
Come on,
And
baby.
draw a card.
Desperation clue cracking.
I've drawn almost every land this deck runs, I think. I will pass on
Fierce.
Fierce.
Yeah, I have no
Great.
response to Fierce, so Fierce will resolve.
Fierce counters Force.
Fierce will go into Doffy Zone.
Yes, it will. That's bad.
Yes. Fierce.
Totally
will
forgot
go
about
into
that.
Dark Ritual on the stack.
I'm good on dark if it gets me.
Same here.
You're not gonna crack.
Are you
your
not going to
Doffy?
Fierce? Yeah, I was going to say.
I can't. I cast Dothy on my turn. It's got
Oh,
summoning
you
sickness.
did.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Yep.
right.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
are absolutely right.
Oh,
We are in
that's so
hellscape.
good. It feels like 10 years ago.
We're so
Yeah, but with Dark Ritual resolving, I do get a Dark Ritual.
Yes, you do. I have 3 black mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap use that, and you called it, Kyle, from a mile away.
Mhm.
He's a smart guy.
Mhm.
So we have a Rhystic trigger.
We sure do.
Yes, we do. You go right ahead.
Oh, thanks, bud. Now, Jeremy, we've played this game a lot together, and we constantly have this little game that we play. But can you tell me
lovely.
how many spells you've cast this turn?
Right now, it's technically 3.
Three.
This
Oh,
is the
it's-
3rd spell.
This is
Oh.
the 3rd spell, so technically
It
you've
is.
cast 3 spells.
It
Okay,
is.
I'm going to cast Mind Break Trap targeting opposition agent.
Wait, question. Do
Yeah.
you hit the diabolic intent too?
Probably that makes
Probably.
sense.
Right.
I mean, obviously the Archivist trigger is great, but I think stopping Ya from getting a tutor as well.
I think-
Honestly, I totally forgot about the diabolic intent.
Yeah.
Opposition agent, fuck that shit. I appreciate your heads up play, Kyle. I will cast Mind Break Trap targeting both the opposition agent and the diabolic intent. And I can't pay for your Rhystic Study, Jeremy.
I shall draw.
Woohoo. See, Jeremy, now he's doing your job for you
I know.
by getting rid of that diabolic intent.
I know, but the thing is I just wanted to win on my turn.
Yeah.
You know?
rude of me, right?
When I just wanted to win.
Right?
I'll be completely honest. When I cast that Mind Break Trap, I was not thinking of Jeremy's desire to win, so that was pretty rude of me.
That was super
Yeah.
rude. This is why I wasn't paying for any of your stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and miscast it. How much mana do you have?
So I got 2 triggers here, Jeremy.
You go right ahead on both.
Thank you. I'll draw 2.
Give John all the cards.
Give me those cards.
Cards in hand, John?
Oh, what a good
100.
question.
What's the second?
14. 14.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, unfortunately, that miscast will, unless anyone else has a response.
Nope.
Nope.
Great. Miscast counters. Mind Break Trap. I will have a miscast under here. Opposition agent on the stack.
I have no response.
I'm good on. I'm
Nothing
good
for
on
me.
Oppo.
Tell me you have a Thassa's or a Demo maybe in that deck.
Either one, you tell me. And here, I'm gonna send you a picture of my hand.
We'll do demonic consultation.
After that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn, not feed any way more cards after this. And
But I need cards to stop Jeremy. I have no way of
Honestly,
stopping
yeah.
Jeremy.
pay for a Mox.
Oh, hell yeah.
There is a Mox Ember. I will.
But we're also giving Jeremy cards.
I will pay for Jeremy's.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Look at
there we
that.
go.
Responsible gamer.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
will pay for Jeremy's.
And then
Yeah, you're drawing.
Great. Nope, wasn't interaction.
Okay. And then with my may or may not 3 lands in hand, I will pass the turn there.
At my upkeep, I have a response.
Oh.
I'm going to tap for 1 and Vampiric Tutor.
Oh,
Pretty good.
beautiful. Trigger Ristic.
Triggers.
Yes, Ristic and Mystic.
Let's see. So I will play for the Ristic and have. Wait. Do I have
Yeah, this is your upkeep.
Ooh,
yeah.
Question mark. Make him work for it, boys.
You.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's do some good, clean game, and we'll pay for the Ristic. Go ahead
Wow.
on the Mystic.
Great. I will draw from Mystic or more if that's good with everyone.
Vampiric Tutor, good to resolve.
Yep. And then I'll have my Archivist trigger once you're done.
Vampiric Tutor goes under Dothy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll have you drop down 2 life as well. I think I have you at 24. Does that sound accurate?
That is correct. I'm at 26 now, going down to 24.
Cool. And getting some sort of Magic the Gathering card.
Not Thassa's Oracle.
Not Thassa's Oracle.
Not at
Definitely
all.
not.
That's a bad card, honestly.
It's honestly, you
That's
get
dead
sick
in your
of
hand
seeing
a
it.
lot of the
That's
time.
why you play a good color pie like Jund, you know? Just
Yeah.
an honest color pie.
All right. Off of the Vampiric Tutor, I found this card. I will put it on top of my library.
I have an Archivist trigger. I'll go up to 28 and I will draw a card.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. I'm going to draw my card for turn. I will play this land for turn.
Now he's got 4.
Oh,
Shit.
Is that the lose 3 life one?
No, it's the
can't
Clearwater
see.
Pathway, so it's
Okay,
one of the
gotcha.
flip lands. Play a Thassa's Oracle.
Great. Trigger Ristic Study.
trigger
Ooh.
Lotho.
Ooh, get him, boys.
Yes. Yeah.
Get him, team.
I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for the Ristic Study.
For sure. Makes sense. All right.
Oh, so responsible.
Lotho trigger good.
Yes,
Lotho
Lotho
trigger's good.
Great.
I'm down
Okay,
at
you
9
lose
life.
1. Yeah, we're getting him. We're getting Yas.
I know, right?
I've got no response to Thoracle.
Okay,
I have no response to that circle. You have a ETB trigger on the stack, though.
that's right. Now I'm gonna hold priority.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pass on it.
No,
Oh,
no,
no, just kidding.
shucks. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Yaz Demonic Consultation from exile from the opposition agent.
All right, we got some
Wonderful.
triggers.
Ristic and
Right.
Mystic.
Go ahead, John.
Oh my gosh.
I've drawn 2 counter spells, but both require mana. So unfortunately,
I will pass on demonic consultation.
I will also have to pass on Demonic Consultation.
I pass on demonic consultation.
All
What are
right,
you naming?
You're already dead.
that's a great
Oh.
card to name. You are already dead.
Okay, so your library is
Passes.
exiled. Passes ETB
Oh.
on the stack. I will respond.
No, I knew it. I had a feeling you were sitting there.
Yeah, I'll respond. I'll sacrifice this overgrown tomb to my squandered resources for a black mana. I'll have a Corvold trigger on the stack from the sacrifice.
Cool.
Any response to the Corvold trigger?
No response for me.
I will draw a card.
Yeah.
I will then
Mhm.
cast this Rain of Filth using this black mana. Trigger
Ooh.
Italian. triggering Ristic, and triggering Mystic.
Great. So Jeremy, you get your Ristic and Talion first, and Talion is not a May.
I know, but I have a chance to respond.
Absolutely, you do.
You definitely do.
Oh, see, so the funniest thing here is right now.
Because you
Yep.
paid for the Ristic study?
Yep.
Is that what?
Yep.
Oh, we got him, team.
No, you
We got him.
100% nailed it. I will happily die from death to Talion. I want to hug you so hard right now, Kyle. This is the first time I've been rain of filth.
That's
To death.
It was filthy.
that's incredible. Since you died at Talion, Kyle, you will lose the 2 life.
I do. So, and this Rain of Filth is going under your Doffy zone.
I still have my 2 draws.
Oh my
Go
gosh.
for it.
I'll draw those 2. And
John
great.
is set up for success now.
John-
So
Wow.
give me a second to update my Doffy
Yes.
list. So I don't have
Yeah.
Fierce or Dark Writ or Miscast. I do have a Diabolic Intent. I don't have a Vamp Tutor. And now
You have a
I
Rain
will.
of
You also have a demonic consultation underneath because that's my demonic consultation.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes,
it's mine.
Yes,
It's mine.
Rain of Filth and Demo Console.
Everything in Jeremy's Phantom end step.
I am good.
Ghost.
I'll
Great.
go to my turn, untap, and go to my draw step.
Yep.
I will draw a Magic the Gathering card, which is not the most helpful Magic the Gathering card, unfortunately. I will tap this Bayou for a black mana. I will then eat my Bayou, sending it to the Doffy zone.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I will have a
Sounds-
Corvold trigger on
Mhm.
top. I will draw a card, moving Corvold up to 3. I will then cast this Warren Soul Trader, going down to
Oh.
1 floating green.
Ruh-roh.
Triggeristic
You may
Study.
draw.
I also have a Lotho trigger.
You may hurt yourself.
I go down to
What are
8
you at?
life.
You're at 8
8.
life? Okay. Corvold's licking his lips.
Mm, nom, 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 nom.
Activate Warren Soul Trader, sacrificing my Orcish Lumberjack, sending it to the Dothi zone, losing a life. Corvold trigger on the stack from the sacrifice.
Yep.
I will draw
Yep.
a card. Okay. I will then. Are we good to resolve the activation?
Yes.
I'll get a treasure. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I will.
It's a pretty treasure.
It is. Thank you. Oh wait, it's not pretty treasure. A treasure.
That's a pretty
Oh,
treasure.
Actually- The other one's art is pretty good. I like
That's
that
a
one, but
way better treasure.
Fuck Sean.
y'all.
Sean
That's a
combined.
way better treasure. I'll crack the treasure for a. Let's go green. Actually, let's do black. I'll crack a treasure for a black. Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and cast this. No, ignoble hierarch using a screen.
Triggeristic Study.
You got it. Go for it.
Great. I will draw.
I will then use this black to cast a Deathrite Shaman. You may draw.
Great. I am good with that.
Cool. I will then activate Warren Soul Trader, sacrificing this Deathrite Shaman. I will lose a life. I'll have a
Another-
Corvold trigger on the stack.
Another useless card. For
I will
Donkey.
Yeah. I will draw. And make a treasure if it resolves. Are we good with that? I'm just waiting
Yep.
for some magic stifles to come out. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll crack
Yeah.
the treasure for a green Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. Activate Warren Soul Trader on this ignoble hierarch, sacrificing it,
Mm-hmm.
losing a life.
Yeah.
I will Corvold trigger, draw a card. Make a treasure.
Yes.
Corvold is a 10, 11, 12.
Ooh, beautiful.
Not quite enough.
Ken,
To do what?
They keep to kill you.
To kill you.
What?
I'm glad Jeremy understands the goal.
I know. Trust me. I understood too, but I'm a stinker.
Okay, I'll crack the treasure for a black Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. Okay, let's cast this Lotus Cobra. You may draw.
Thank you so much.
Float a red with this African swallow. I will activate Warren Soul Trader, sacrificing the African Swallow. Corvold trigger. And I'll draw a card. Make a treasure. I will crack this treasure for a black. Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card.
I'm gonna be so ecstatic when you hit John for 21 if you can make it all the way there from what was it, 3 counters at the beginning of this turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be, oh my god.
I promise I will be too. Because
Yeah.
that's fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
That's what this deck does.
I'm gonna discard this Emergent Zone and use my 2 mana to cast an Orcish Bowmaster. This
Ooh.
Emergent Zone will go into the Dothy Zone.
Beautiful. We've got a trigger from Ristic Study.
You may drop.
Great. I will draw a card. Awesome.
Orcish Bowmaster on the stack.
Yeah, I've got no response.
I'll go ahead and ping you in the face.
Me?
Yeah, I'll ping you. in
I'll
the
go
face.
down to 27.
I'll make this dork of a thing. Move to combat.
Yes.
I'm gonna swing Corvold at John.
Yeah, how much is that?
I'll have a Corvold trigger. I
Yes.
am going to. I'll actually kill my. Ooh, I don't want to send that to Dothy. I'll just kill this thing.
Yeah.
I'll go up 1 and I'll draw a card. So it looks like this is 12 plus 4 is 16.
Ooh, baby, yeah. I have no blocks, no responses. Happy to take 16.
Declaration and no blocks. I
Yeah.
will respond.
Yes.
Please do.
I will sacrifice 6 to Warren
Nice.
Soul Trader.
Will be exiled.
Corvold trigger, yep. Corvold trigger.
Mhm.
I'll draw a card. Make a treasure. Yeah. So let's go 17 Corvold
17?
damage. at
Final
you.
answer, 17.
Yeah, 17.
Great.
What does that put you to 15?
Puts me to 10.
I'll put you to 10. Okay, got you. Go to my main phase. I will play this land. I'll have a Lotus Cobra trigger.
hmm
I'll make a red. Cool. I will crack this treasure for a black Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. I'll cast this Ragavan.
All right. Trigger Ristic Study. I will decline the draw if
Okay.
you're not paying for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay.
Yeah.
I will activate Warren Soul Trader, sacrificing Ragavan, sending it to the Dothy Zone.
hmm
Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. I'll make that treasure. I will crack this treasure for a green. Corvold trigger. Draw a card. I will cast this Cabal Ritual using this mana. I do meet threshold.
Yeah.
I've got 2 triggers. I will decline both the draws.
Good. Okay. This will go to Dothy Zone. I'll make 5 black. I'll tap this for a green and then use 2 of this to cast a Chatterfang.
If you can stop that, you need to stop that.
Unfortunately, the only way I can stop it is me losing the game. So yeah,
Well, you have a Mystic and a Ristic trigger.
I do. I mean, okay. So I guess let's do
Chatterfang on the
Ristic-
stack. Yeah.
Yes.
Chatterfang on the stack. Ristic or just Ristic trigger.
Yes, Ristic trigger. Are you paying for it?
I will not pay.
Great. Yeah. Based on
You're
Ya's
stuck between
advice,
a rock and the hard place.
yeah,
I'll
for
get an
sure.
army and I get to ping you or Ya.
for sure. I will take Ya's advice and try to interact. So I will draw the card from Mystic.
I will ping your face.
Absolutely. I'll go down to 9. I will have to pass priority.
Yeah, I'm good on it.
Cool. I will.
Do it,
King. Yeah, I will activate Warren's Soul Trader, targeting this thing. This army will die. I'll get a Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. Lose a life. If this activation persists, I'll make a treasure as well as a squirrel.
Yep.
I will do that again. I'll sacrifice the squirrel to Warren Soul Trader. I'll draw a card from Corvold. I will then make a treasure, make a squirrel.
Yes.
I'm going to do that again. I will sacrifice the squirrel, lose a life. I will draw a card. make a treasure, make a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that again. Drawing a card, Corvold will trigger. I will lose a life. If I can shortcut, I'll do that, let's say 8 more times until I'm at. We good with that?
I'm totally good with that.
Okay, I will.
Jeremy loves it.
Yeah, I'll go to 11 treasures and I will draw those 8 cards.
8 cards,
Is that
yeah.
cool? Yep.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna have at least another 11 draws, right? The treasures are gonna get
The
cracked right
treasures.
now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So I'm gonna crack 5 treasures for 5 green, put 5 Corvold triggers on the stack.
Love
Sure.
it.
I'll draw 5. I will use a black and a green, cast a
Oh, there it is.
diabolic intent,
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
sacrificing a squirrel.
Great.
Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card.
Yes, good with. I also have a Ristic and a Mystic Remora.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I'll draw 2 cards.
Sure, I'll ping you twice in the face.
Sounds good.
It puts you at 7, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And once you're done searching, I'll go back up to 8.
All right, this will go to hand.
Now that you're done searching, I will go up to 8 off of Archivist and draw a card.
Wonderful.
Orcish Spellmaster trigger off of that.
I will ping your face.
Sounds good. I'll go back down to 7.
I'll go ahead and use this black and this green and cast an Abrupt Decay, targeting Dothy Voidwalker.
Oh.
Nice. Trigger Ristic and Mystic.
Go for it.
I will draw both.
I will ping both at your face.
Wonderful. I'll go to 5. Yes, Dothy will die.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'll crack a treasure for a red. Corvold trigger. I'll draw a card. I'll cast this Underworld Breach.
Ooh,
There it
baby.
is.
And this.
Trigger Ristic and Mystic.
You may draw.
I'll draw 2 cards.
Better hope you have it, Johnny.
Nope. Again, the only I'm assuming I'm taking 2 Orcish Bowmaster triggers.
Sure.
Great. I'm down to 3. I wish I could I wish I could interact a way that wouldn't kill me. I pass on Underworld Breach.
Sure. Okay, I'll crack a treasure. Go to 4 treasures, make a red Corvold trigger, draw a card. Woohoo! I'm gonna cast this Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh, baby.
I believe you guys have less than 14 life, so I think this is chill.
Yeah. So here's the big thing. All right, Ristic Study and Mystic Remora trigger.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah,
Go down to 1, baby.
Yeah, that's fucking right. I'll go
I'll
down to
ping
1.
2 to your face.
Yeah, I will go. I'll be going.
Actually,
down
I'll do 2 at Ya just to be safe.
Oh,
I'll go
how
do it too,
kind.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind.
Just so you
Yeah.
don't die before this wheel kills Ya.
Oh yeah, still looking at absolutely 1 free interaction spell. I will
Go for it.
pass on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, I passed it for sure.
All right. We will discard our hands. You
Ah.
will draw 7 each. I will draw
Let's
7
see.
each. I will have 14 Orcish Bowmaster pings, and I will distribute them to kill both of you. 2, 4, 5,
let me-
6, and 7. I guess I will put however much life total each of you have,
we got 3.
and then I'll put a little extra on Ya because gotta get my boy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Boy.
I have no way.
Any
to
response to the
respond.
Orcish Bowmaster triggers?
I have no response.
Ya?
I'm gonna try to flash out a Valley Flood Caller,
Ooh.
tracking my treasures.
Oh, yeah.
Are you paying for Ristic?
No, you can draw.
Great. I will decline the draw.
Okay. Valley Flood Caller.
You have a Valley Flood Caller.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, with the Valley Flood Caller, I will lose a life here, go down to, I believe, 5 life, and then shoot my shot by making a black, and animate dead,
Ooh.
targeting
yes.
Adrian.
Ooh, baby.
I will respond to that.
Yeah.
Are you responding to the two Mystic
yeah.
Aurora and Ristic
two
Study check?
Mystic
No, you can draw.
But Kyle, did you want to respond to them?
Oh yeah, you're responding to the draws.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. I might as well draw too because gonna die either way.
Sure.
Sure.
I will point them at Ya's face. Yeah, what does that put you at?
That puts me at
4?
3.
3, yeah.
Nice. I'm also at 3. All right, Kyle, priority on you.
I have no response to this.
Yeah, I will also have no response to the animate dead targeting Abdel.
Abdel
Cook.
comes back in.
Yep.
Sure.
I
Okay.
will go ahead.
What's the trigger?
There
on this
is
stuff?
a Abdel. Yeah, there's a trigger.
What does the trigger exactly say? Sorry, I have to read out.
I get to choose any amount of creatures and or basically any non-land permanents to exile them underneath Abdel.
Then when he leaves, you make that many 1/1 soldiers,
Correct.
and it's not targeting at all.
If I remove
any number
Abdel
of-
right now, does that stop you? Let's think.
You tell me.
I don't know.
It
I don't have the card
It
up.
should.
Yeah, I think it does. Okay, I'm gonna cast this crop rotation out of my bin. So actually I have to crack a treasure first. I will crack a treasure for a green Corvold trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card.
Yep.
Sure.
That is a bad draw. I'll sack this Yavi Maya for a green to squandered resources. Corvold trigger.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
I'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I will crack this treasure for a black Corvold trigger. Draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I will pay 4 and use the activate ability of Talon Gates of Madara
Yes.
to put it onto the battlefield. I'll have a Lotus Cobra trigger and a Talon Gates ETB trigger. Any responses to those?
You're doing this in response to just the ETB, right? There, I haven't declared any targets, right?
Oh,
Wait,
do you not have to declare top? Yeah,
I don't have
this
to.
is
No,
the
exile any
ETB.
number of other.
Yeah, this is the trigger of
basically-
Abdel.
Yeah, there's just a trigger, so I haven't declared anything like in it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Correct.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean, actually, I guess I can always choose 0 in this case.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can. Any response?
I don't have any.
I cast Valley Flood Caller into the
Yes!
Animate Dead. I would have
Yeah.
triggered my own
Lotho.
Lotho. So
One additional treasure.
treasure. You too. We
Great.
caught that. We caught that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, I'll have a green mana, Talon Gates targeting Abdel. Okay, so Talon Gates phases that out. I have a green floating. We're back on the Abdel trigger.
I pass on it.
Okay. Back on Orcish Bowmaster pings. Targeting.
Yeah, now we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the
Wait,
game.
wait, wait,
Okay.
wait.
Talon Gates
Yeah.
won it. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Every
No,
time
we're good.
I have drawn that card, I've been happy to see it. There's not been a time. I mean, maybe an opening
did well.
hand or two, but my God, every time I've
Oh,
pulled it mid game.
What's funny is I only have like 20 cards in my library, and it was all my win cons.
That's hilarious.
It was literally all of my win cons.
I-
So I was just digging.
Dude, that was
What?
good.
digging.
Oh, okay. That was absolutely beautiful to
banger.
watch. I genuinely, I love seeing decks that I don't get to see frequently do their thing, and you
That
were
did its
just
thing.
scrapping and crawling and making sure that you use all your resources to get to that position, and then holy shit, you threatened to win immediately
end.
on top
Yeah,
of
you
that.
scared the.
That's-
So how do you win, y'all, with that Abdel?
So with Abdel, if that goes through, I can start flashing my permanents to make infinite mana,
Yep.
and then
Okay.
in the middle of that flash, I can flash out Orcish Bowmaster,
Mm-hmm.
and then now include that in what I'm doing, and then
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
boot,
yeah.
OBM is the key.
I can then OBM you to death.
OBM is the key.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
you
I love-
technically
You drew me into
machine
it. You
gunning
literally
with
drew
it.
me into it.
Yeah,
I wheeled you into it.
Yeah, you willed me right into like,
You
oh,
do.
okay, well, I have to shoot my shot.
You got
I
Valley
probably-
and all
if
of
I-
that. Oh
yeah.
my god.
On
If I
that
were in
block.
a tournament, I think I have to just keep doing Underworld Breach stuff until I find a safer line that doesn't wheel you guys. But I was like, whatever, wheel you guys.
Yeah,
No,
that
man,
was,
It was hot.
I mean, if we were in a tournament, I think there would have been the discussion of I had a pact of negation in my hand
Oh,
the
yeah,
entire
for
time,
sure.
and
Yeah,
going
I
for
had
the
I had the SWAT in my hand the whole time, and I was like, just rip the pact, and then I can just like rip the band-aid off.
yeah, no, but I was looking at the whole time, and I was like, no, I'm not casting this. But that was absolutely gorgeous.
I mean,
And
that was
Jeremy,
spicy.
you had a spectacular game. too.
Jeremy, yeah,
What a-
Jeremy.
what a
that
game.
felt like a second game ago when Jeremy was cooking us.
It's so funny with Talion. It can be like that, and I'm sitting there with the wit in hand, and I know John's got Ristic and Mystic sitting out there, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
But
I
you
can
didn't
go
think about the
for it.
Jund player.
right,
Random
I can
Bill?
go for it. And me and John have this thing that's happened multiple times where like I have like an infinite combo available, but it's gonna draw John a shit ton of
Shit ton of cards, yeah.
Dangerous, yeah.
But
Dangerous.
in those situations, I have consistently not drawn any interaction.
Yeah. Well, John, you had like 50 cards in your hand the whole game.
Yeah, no. I obviously this doesn't need to be said. I would win the game if it got to my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Sure,
cards.
there was no doubt.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
It's
you
been
so much.
such a fun time, and you guys, you all need to check out the podcast. It's always a good listen. There's so much fun. It's also really educational for me because
Yeah.
I'm a very much an external processor. So hearing other people talk about things and being able to engage in that way helps me actually learn more about Magic. I genuinely appreciate it.
Well, thanks so much for having us on.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Thanks, guys.
So-
Really appreciate it. This was so
Yeah.
much fun.